Alright guys, so today we're going to do a small video. Basically what's going to happen is going to be regarding the windshield. So one of the main issues that we have on the Indian Challenger, either 2020 or 2021, is that the windshield engine, well, it's not really the engine, but it's part of the main block engine that puts the windshield up and down, has a tendency to strip and not work. So the way it works is there's actually a main motor with a little, well, with a quite large actually screw that, turns one way to pull it up and the other way to pull it down. And then there's a swivel that just put up and down, right? I've already have this changed twice because the engine is not really reliable. There's basically a piece that it's on top of the screw, that it's made of plastic and goes up and down with the entire windshield and the main swivel system. But the issue is that piece is made of plastic and the screw is actually made of aluminum or metal. So what happened is, it happens already twice to me already, it actually strips down, overheat, it's plastic, it melts, it gets stripped, and then your engine, basically your windshield, doesn't go up and down anymore because the main piece of plastic is completely stripped and doesn't work anymore. So that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna fix it. The way we're gonna fix it, even though I already ordered it because it's covered by the warranty that I got with a bike, there's one in the way, but as you know, the parts are in back ordered. So what happened is I actually found online someone that actually made that piece out of aluminum, out of metal, which means that it's not going to strip down anymore. So what we're going to do today is we're going to do a fix. I'm going to put the link of the person that I got it from, that it's making these parts. So basically the main bolt comes here and goes up and down. And this is attached to the windshield system, goes up and down when it turns and puts the windshield up and down. The difference is this is made of metal, aluminum. It's aluminum is really light. So this is definitely aluminum. And that way we can actually, fix this without having to replace it every single time. Because, well, even if it's under warranty, Indian motorcycles, they have a tendency to replace the entire bay. Engine and all the different parts. They replace the entire part with the screw, the motor, and as well the holder of plastic, that it's the one that strips. So what we're going to do today is going to be really quick. We're going to dismount the front end. Once the front end is dismounted, what we're going to do is we are going to take apart that engine and then replace it with this little part over here that I just unscrew and rescrew, and I'm going to show you the entire process, and that should fix the windshield. So that's what we're going to do now. First step, dismount the front. All right, in order to remove the head cover, what you're going to do is you're going to pop up the lids here. You're going to have one screw here. You're going to take the bags out, the little protector here. You have one other one here. And then you want a third one at the bottom. Same on the other side. You're going to have 3 on each side. Then you're going to come to the front, pop up the main lid here. One there, and one all the way here. I don't know if you can see it right there. Once we do that, what we're going to do is carefully, we're going to separate this. Not all the way out because we have 3 connectors to disconnect. One is going to be on the blinkers at the bottom. One on each side, blinkers, and the main headlight. Once we do that, carefully take it out, and then at that point, we will be able to work on the engine. Here it is, guys. So this is what we deal with. So here it is. So this is the main screw, the main engine. This has an engine up there that turns the big screw here. Once it turns it, basically what happens is that it turns this part that it's right here underneath, this part of plastic, the black one. And as you can see right, I don't know if you can see it right there, you can see there's pieces of it already because the main thing strips out. So what needs to be done, it's quite easy. What we're gonna do is we're gonna dismount the top part. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna unscrew here, a couple bolts here, there on top as well, the big part here, so we can remove it and we can basically have this entire thing go out, so dismount it, take this main screw from the top completely out, and then replace that part with the other one. All right, what you're gonna do next is actually remove the windshield. So for that, it's really easy. Just unscrew the screw that is right here, and then 2 screws on each side. And then after that, what you're gonna do in order to be able to work correctly is remove the screws right here, another one up top, another one right here, one there, one on the other side. Well, in order to get that, obviously you need to remove the cover, and then we're gonna remove this one last one, and then pop up this part. That way we can have access to the entire thing. Once removed those screws, you're gonna have 4 snaps. So one's here, one there, one there, one there. So carefully just remove it, snap it out, and then you will have access now to the entire assembly. This is how it's gonna work, guys. So it's really easy. 1, 2, 3. We're gonna take the entire full part off, and that's where we're gonna work on removing these screws right here. Remove the engine and replace this main plastic. So here you can see there's pieces of plastic already there, piece of plastic at the bottom. This is what I'm talking about. It always strips, and this part right here, you can see it's not holded correctly. So what happens, so obviously it hits up and it doesn't work anymore. So here it should be there. That's the where it should be, and it doesn't, because this thing is, look, fully stripped plastic crap. So that's the issue that we have right now. So we're gonna remove it, put the aluminum part, and we should be good to go. All right, what we're gonna do now is just remove 2 screws here and bolt this, so we can slide this out by just removing the 2 screws at the bottom, and then the little here clip just for being able to remove everything all the way out. And that's pretty much it. And then after that, we're gonna slide the part that it's on top. There we go. So we removed those screws, and you can see all the plastic parts are stripped down. Now I'm just gonna take the assembly out so I can replace with the aluminum one and not have to deal with plastic anymore. There it is. It's getting out slowly. There you go. There you go. There it is. So now what we're going to do is just replace that plastic part that is in the middle, and you can see how stripped it is. There you go. It's completely stripped. Everything is right here and all the way here. Look. There it is. That's the issue. That's what doesn't work. And what we're going to do now is simply remove this, and then we're going to take out this part here. And then at that point, it's going to be really simple. We're just gonna slide the new one that's right here, and then be able to assemble the part without no problem. All right, so once we completed this, we dismounted this part, we remounted the bracket on top as well as the one on the bottom. Screw it in. You should have a little gap right there, but it should be aligned. Put everything back together, and now we're gonna tie them up. And the aluminum part is right here, so everything should be good. There we go, we have completed the assembly. Now what we need to do is just put everything back, and we're gonna be ready to go. There you go, we replugged the engine, strap it on, 3 screws back in, and now what we're gonna do is we're gonna snap the cover back on it, and then put the screws that we need to put the windshield back and everything back. The same way that we dismounted, we're gonna do it in reverse. So right before, we're gonna just make sure that we test it out. So all the way up. There you go. Awesome. All the way down. Perfect. Works. We're ready to roll. All right, we put the cover back. Everything is good. And what we're gonna do now is gonna be simply put the windshield back in here, and then on this part, and then we're gonna put everything back together. All right, guys, so that was it. That was the install and upgrade of the windshield system. For me, as I mentioned, I had to replace it twice already. So now that I have that upgrade, it's going to be clear that it's not going to be stripping or anything. So that's going to be fixing the flaw that the Challenger windshield has. So I'm really happy for that. Thank you very much. And I will put the link on where I got that part. I got it from a friend that is making them on Facebook. You can get one, so it's really easy. That way you don't have to replace every now and then. As I mentioned, this is the second replacement that I got from Indian. I was about to get the third one, but I already canceled. I told them, hey, don't worry, I fixed it already. No need to ask for, and basically what they do is they don't get just that plastic piece. They actually get the entire engine and, you know, little plastic. They replace the entire thing, which is a waste because the only part that is actually has a flaw is actually that plastic piece that melts and strips. So here's the fix. I'm really thankful to the buddy that just created that specific part. You can get it. I will put it on the comments so you can get it as well. As I mentioned, this is the second. I already replaced it twice. This was about to be the third replacement, but instead I went this route, and now it seems to be working. It's not going to be stripped. The plastic is not going to melt. It's not going to be stripped out. It's not going to be broken. So I'm really happy with that. And see you next time. So this is going to be my last video here in California. I'm about to move really soon to Dallas. So see you out there, guys.